Uni. This is Judith Orero, and you are watching your Pearls Globe. Oh, yes, you heard me. Welcome. If it is your first time, my name is Judith Orero. I hope you're going to enjoy yourself. Kindly consider subscribing, like, and leave a positive comment. Share, and today I'm going to talk about my house, the weather, and life in the United Kingdom, and the identity being taken away. You know, when your identity is being ripped apart. Yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy this and be blessed wherever you are. Always stay safe in the social media. Yeah, I love you so much, guys, and let's get deep into it. Hello, guys, welcome, and have a look. This is how the weather look like. It's beautiful. It was raining, drizzling actually, and cold. It's still cold up to now. You know, as you can see now, it look much drier, but it was wet. It was wet like before. The weather looked good. I think it will be good if I go for a walk. There's some stuff here which need to be thrown away, but I can't be asked. I am so lazy. I can't be asked. Now you see, these sides are still wet because it was raining, but this side is dry. Yeah, I soaked some things here a long time ago, and they are still there. Some of my clothes I soaked over there. So terrible with white stuff. I think I should use this to cover, just to cover on top. Stay there. Yeah. My house. This is how my house look like. But in this country, UK, you cannot say my house. You cannot say my house. Even if it is a mortgage, even if you bought it, a lot of people live with fear, because there's so many people whom I've met. They used to have houses. I used to visit them, but you could just tell the tension, how they're scared. Anytime in the UK, you can lose what you have. Yeah, whatever you found here, remember, you will leave it here. Even if you pass away, oh my goodness, let me not say that. I will continue that in another time. Anyway, my stuff are here. They are dirty, and I am not ready to wash them. This is how my kitchen look like. You know, my daughter cleaned it yesterday, and she told me I need to put bleach around this side. Hopefully it will come out. If I'm ready, I will do my dishes, but now I am not ready to do it. I just feel like I am in a different zone right now as we speak. I don't want to be bothered. That's how I am. Sometimes I just want to be me, if you ask me. Sometimes I just don't want to be asked. I don't want to be bothered, especially if I am here. You know, when you go where there's people, sometimes you try to go with the rules. But the beauty of having a place, even though we cannot say it is our house in the UK, you cannot say this is my house. Yeah, because anytime you can be evicted, and my God, you become homeless. Yeah, that's how this country is. They can help you, and if they are not happy, you will receive a letter which will make you to feel very confused, very, very confused, guys. And I have experienced that myself, because I've been made homeless twice. I've been made homeless twice in this country. Now I know the beauty of it, and I know the beauty and the bold. I don't know. Okay, this is bleach. This is bleach. I'm just gonna leave it here for some time and see if it's gonna do any magic. I'm gonna leave the bleach here and see if the bleach will do magic. Let me leave it for some time. And we'll be back in a jiffy. Okay, here I am, guys. I was so tired. I was really not feeling like doing a video, but thank God I tried now. Thank God I tried now to do a video. And what can I say? My floor is dirty. The floor is dirty, need cleaning. Oh gosh, clothes need to be washed. Oh Lord, Jesus Christ, do I have even the energy? I don't have the energy, guys. I really don't. Just one of the yesterday where those things, these are beans. Yeah, where's the cover for it? What is it called? It's called lamb kidney. Yeah, we bought those ones and I tried to cook it. Oh my goodness, the thing stinks. It was horrible. I don't know, maybe my daughter didn't know how to cook it. Maybe she did not know how to cook it, But oh my God, that was the awful thing I have never tasted in my life. It was just, and to be honest, I told my daughter, just put it in the bin, put all of it in the bin and throw it. I am not the type of person who throw food. That is not me. I was not brought up like that. I was not brought up where people throw food, because my upbringing is kind of different. We struggle to have meal, we struggle to pay bills. Now, chucking food was just not one of them. But yesterday, I just chuck it plus the ugali. I chucked it away. You understand? And I was like, my goodness, I have never done that before. I've never done that before. I thought I have all the things here. They took them away, these people. Oh God. Jesus Christ. Okay, I need to go upstairs and find it. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. My goody Lord. I really need to lose some weight, because even walking on the stairs is a problem. Walking in the stairs is a problem. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Having a job or having this is contour, guys. Moisturizer. Contour. Shea butter, natural hair, moisturizer, twist and lock gel. Having a job or having a baby or having a, what is it called, a mortgage, or having a husband. My goodness, here in UK it is very sensitive, because, for example, let's say that you are driving and you have an accident, or you are sick and you cannot afford to go to work, or you injure yourself. something like that. It can lead to you losing your house, your mortgage. It can lead to you losing the most important stuff. The most important stuff, honestly speaking. Now, even if you have something, there is no pride of it. There is no pride of it. And you will be working non-stop until when you retire. And after, if you retire, let's say you are alone and you want somebody to support you, like carers, is very, very expensive. Very expensive to afford that. Now, most people, even the citizens who live in this country, most of them, because their children are working too, they end up taking their family, their elderly or their parents, in a care home. Yeah, in a care home. That's where they take their parents. A care home is a place where there is like it's just like a hospital where they put elderly there, and then other people will look after them, their hygiene, their medication, taking them out for shopping, or just a place where it look like a hospital, or it's just like a house, a big house, which accommodate people who are elderly. And you have like one room with a bed and maybe wardrobe, just like one room, maybe everything is inside. It always depend with your financial. And most people sell their houses because it is very expensive. It is very, very expensive to pay for a care home. And then different people will be coming to look after you, spend a day or spend a night with you, to support you, Yeah, that's why I'm saying that having a house, having a mortgage, or even becoming a top person in workplace, it's not much rewarding as those who are back home in Africa. Those who are in Africa, you have the right to buy your land, to do whatever you want to do in your land. And when you become old, your children will be looking after you, they will be visiting you. Yeah. And that's how it is in the United Kingdom. It's very expensive, very, very expensive. It's unbelievable, very expensive. And there is a lot and lots of homeless people. There is a lot of homeless people who are living on the street. Wow. This is olive oil. lot of people live in fear. They live in fear, but they don't want to talk about it. And there is a lot of bullying at work. There is too much bullying at work, too much. And they're always playing about. They're playing about with the paperwork. And you will be accused of allegation which you have no idea. Now, if you are a smart person, maybe you will appeal, or there is an organization which protect people who are working. You know, there is an organization which do protect if you registered with them. Now there is too much bullying at work, and it is just very sad. It's really sad, you know. Super sad, to be honest. Honestly speaking, which can put somebody off the progress. Yeah. You will never understand until when you are on the system. You will not understand until when you arrive on the ground. That's when you will know. And the thing is, they're playing it in a very, they play it in a very smart way. In a very smart way that you cannot even tell. The way they play about the bullying, they play it in a very smart way. Because first of all, they will not allow you to have your phone at work. And they will not allow you to record anything. And most of the bosses will just sit in the office, you know, receiving phone calls. Some of them, they'll be just typing. You wonder what they're typing, which they will start typing, let's say, even if it is 10, because by the time they arrive, it's 9. And they will be just smoking, having tea and talking. And then 10, that's when they'll start typing. You wonder what are they typing, and receiving phone calls and having meetings, you know. And they will be just in and out. You wonder what are they doing? In, out. By 4, they're all gone. They'll order their food. They will eat their food during lunchtime. And then by 4, they're gone. You will be left there. Now, I really like those people who are doing YouTube, and they have started earning a living through YouTube, you know, because that is your business. You are your own boss. You are your own boss. You do your stuff, you know. YouTube have their rules. You just have to abide by their rules, you know, copyright and all those sorts of stuff, you know. But it is just so good that you are doing your own stuff rather than working under somebody. I really dislike it, because I've done it before, and the last place I was, it was a horrible experience, disgusting experience, you know. It really put me off. That's why I am trying to do my video after video after video, so I can be monetized, I can be having my little money, and I know I'm going to be taxed, but at least I am doing my own job, you know. I'm doing my own job rather than being told do this, and then before you know it, you are being accused with allegation which don't even make sense, allegation which don't make sense. If you look at it, you're like, I believe I was doing the right thing, I believe I was doing, you know, the most humane thing, but it turned out that no, you are actually doing the wrong thing. And for that reason, it's good just to employ yourself, to do your own things, you know, and just be you. Just be you. There is some successful YouTubers in the UK, in the United Kingdom. There is a very successful YouTuber like KSI. There is Nico. There is some of them. Who are they? There's Nico. There is I can't remember, but I know there is successful YouTubers, you know. And if you become successful, I think that is the best way to go. The best way to go. And maybe if you're lucky enough, you have brands and you do marketing for them. If you don't want to do marketing for them, you just continue doing your video and start traveling. If you want to travel, you travel. If you just want to be stationed in one country, you just be stationed in one country. If you're someone who loves to travel, that's good enough. Yes, honestly speaking, that's what I believe. Because there is no point of ending up in jail. You end up in jail by doing something good. You end up in jail in a foreign country. You know, that's the most horrible thing ever. And you can have your children in the UK if they found something which I really don't know, something which they call abuse. They call it abuse, but back in Africa it's called discipline. You know, it's called discipline in Africa, but in the UK it's called abuse. Now be ready to lose your children. You will lose your children, which in Africa, if your child misbehave, even the neighbor can discipline them. The neighbor will tell them off. Not in the UK. And for that reason, most of their children who are being brought in this country, most of them have just end up being confused, because the system have confused them. You cannot discipline them. When they go to work, they don't want to be told anything, and these children end up in fostering. These children end up on the street, because they were already taken away out of their family. Now they cannot go back in the family because they have been brought in a way that is impossible to live with them. You cannot live with them. Their mindset is already structured in a way that you cannot tell them something. They know it. The moment you try to say, they know it. They don't want to be taught, and they don't want to follow example. They don't want to follow instruction. And when they're at workplace, it is difficult to cope, and they end up being given houses which they cannot cope, because they don't know how to pay bills. They don't know how to manage the house, and they end up losing these houses. which is really, really sad. And they cannot even go back to their family because their behavior is not tolerated in African society. It's not tolerated. And you cannot tell them anything. Now these children just remain stranded. Some of them turning up to be mentally insane. It's very sad, but that is the reality in the UK. That is what happening, and that is what hit our doorstep. And as I'm speaking now, 2 of my siblings are just roaming about out there, confused, very confused. You cannot invite them in your house, and their life is just chaotic, very chaotic. And these have happened to most people whom I know, most people who I've met, especially to young boys. You know, it's very, very sad. I stopped watching BBC. I stopped watching news because anytime you switch on news, there's some negativity and some things which are horrible, and it's just degrading, very degrading. This is reality. People don't want to talk about it. Everybody is scared. No one wants to talk about it. They're just trying to live in luxurious lifestyle, but deep down, people are bleeding, super struggling. You know, you just live by bills. Your life is surrounded with bills. Bills. You get paid today. After 2 days, you are as broke as a jobless person. You are broke as if you did not earn a pay slip. And now, you people, you are in Africa, you are dying. You are dying to come to UK. You are dying to come to UK, especially UK or USA. I don't want to talk about USA. I've never been there. You are dying to come to UK, but you don't know the reality. I met a Kenyan lady who came as a nurse and brought the 2 children with the husband, because if you are a nurse, you are qualified to come with your family. This lady came, and she was given a house. Now the husband was working in a warehouse, got a job in a warehouse, and she was doing nursing, and she had almost 3 children. I don't know, 2 were twins. I met her in the bus, and she said it was so difficult to cooperate with the childcare, the husband going to work, and her doing her nursing. She decided to return 2 children back home. She could not cope. She couldn't cope. It is expensive to pay your bills, pay childcare, go to work. It's not a joke. Now, don't be too excited if you find a visa to come in UK. Don't be too much excited. Just know that you are coming to be a slave. It's slavery. It is slavery, basically. It's better you work home, you have your garden, you see your entire family, you know, you enjoy the sun, rather than being here. The moment you land in Heathrow Airport, it is cold. It's raining. The weather is terrible. You know, you will miss the sun. You will miss your family. You will miss the social life. But My fellow Kenyans, you don't want to be told the reality. You don't want to be told the truth. You want to be seen that you board a flight and come to UK. Welcome. Come, come, come and see for your eyes, for yourself. Come and witness the reality. Hmm? Come and witness the reality. Hmm. I can't wait for my government back home to be organized in a way that even a Form 4 leaver can get a decent job. You can have a decent job and earn a living and just drive your life in a smooth way. Because there is so many young girls who have turned into prostitution due to lack of job. There are so many young boys who turn into beach boys due to lack of jobs. Sometimes you work and you don't get paid. You work and someone refuses to pay you your money. That happened to me as well. I did some jobs, but the employer just keep on, challenging you. Challenging you. They don't want to pay you your money, which is really, really sad. Because the more they delay with your money, you delay to pay rent and other important bills. Now there's a lot of vulnerable people back home who don't want to do prostitution. It's not in their blood. They're not proud of it. But that is the only way for them to earn a living. Very sad. Very, very sad. Because the government have make it in a way that you cannot get a job unless you know someone. You can be qualified, yes, but it's difficult to get a job. And that is the reason why lots and lots of our girls are in Middle East struggling. Some of them are just being tortured or tormented or killed or prisoned or deported with nothing, or they just run away. The world is just so wicked. There is so many wicked people in the world. So many wicked people in the world. They just want to see you cry. They want to see you. They just want to see you down. The moment you smile, that is if you smile, it's just like you have broke the rules. You're not supposed to smile. You're supposed to cry. You should be a beggar. You should be beneath me. I'm sorry guys, because most of my video I talk a lot about negativities. I talk a lot about poverty. I talk a lot about kindly please don't come to UK. The only people who will understand what I'm trying to say are people who have been already in the UK, and people who are really, they like to say the truth, people who are sincere, because there are some people who are in UK and they still live in denial. They live in denial in a way that they are lying to you guys that life is sweet, life is good, life is posh, life is smooth, but they will not invite you in their houses. They will not, they will never invite you to see that smoothness. They will never invite you to see the reality. There is no smoothness. There is no smoothness in UK. It is rough, it is messy, it is very dominant. Very dominant. It's dark. Very dark. It's not as glamorous as you see it. No way. It's not glamorous at all. No. Anyway. Wow. What's that? What is that? Anyway, welcome, Rocio. I see you are arrived. I see you have arrived in the UK. I hope you're going to have a smooth ride. You're going to enjoy. You will see what you were dreaming about. You know, you will see the glamorous United Kingdom. You know, I just wish you could have, Rosie, I wish you could have saved that money and do something better with it, you know, rather than coming to London, because what you expect is not what you will see. It is very expensive, very, very expensive. Not in a bad way. It's good to experience. Come and experience, and then calculate the amount of money you have used. Calculate the imagination you had and the reality in the ground. It's good to come and see. Maybe if you vlog in UK, it's gonna be good money. Maybe. A lot of people have dreamed to come to UK. They have dreamed to go to US. There's dreams and there's reality. If you see those people who have been here for 10 years, 10 years, those are the people you need to talk to. Those are the people you're supposed to talk to and see what they have achieved, their experience of being here, and how they used to be back home. Here, what they're talking about, do they love it to continue being here, or they're dreaming to go back in their motherland? But it is always good to experience. It is always very important. If you have money, why not? Come and see. You know, I always admire the way Marwa travel. I always admire how he travel. He always try to use minimum. If you're vlogging, just try to use minimum, because that is part of your business. Live somewhere where it's not expensive. Try go eat local, you know, and don't have a lot of luxurious clothes or all that. I love the way he just manage his finance. and he's doing amazing things back home. It is very inspiring for people who are in diaspora. Very, very inspiring. It was a myth whereby people were very scared to show their village, but Marwa have broke that myth. Nobody want to show you where their village is. Nobody want to show you their progress. No one wanted to show you their parents, but he broke that yoke. And it is so good, it's so amazing. In fact, you find people in diaspora who will give you £2, £3, £4 to continue progress, showing them. Some, they have never been to Africa, and that is what will drive them to Africa. That's what will bring them back to Africa. Otherwise, I've used this oil and it's so strong, super strong. I like it. I like it. I am in a dilemma. I am in shock. I am in a limbo. I received a letter few weeks ago that the government have changed. The government have changed my surname. My, what is it called? My son surname. I don't know if anybody have gone through that. And I'm just trying to go back and forth about it, proving. I'm just wondering, is it even worth it to follow it? And another thing is that if I don't follow it up, that means I will have to change all of my son's documents. Birth certificate, passport, school certificate. I don't know. And I'm like, why? Why should this happen? You know, I've never had such a story like this before. I know that men can run away from responsibility. I know that men sometimes can be very bitter when the relationship does not work. I know that men can they can try to put you down when you are no longer living with them. But for the government to change your son name and you try to call them and ask, they completely refuse to disclose who did that. This has been shocking to me. Now I have to keep on proving if that is my son. I have to keep on proving if I still want to remain with the surname. For me, the surname is not a big deal, but the problem is changing of the document. That's where the problem is. Change of document, because it's costing me to collect the letters, the document, to photocopy, to send them on a first class, and then they say no, that is not enough proof. What proof do you want? You have seen my passport, you see my son's passport, you have seen NI, you have seen marriage certificate or divorce certificate. What proof does the government want? And sending all these things at once is heavy. When you take it to the post office, they charge you. They charge you money for first class. And that is what, as parents, that's what you go through. There are some challenges which not everybody want to talk about. Not everyone want to talk about them. They're very emotionally damaging, you know. And not everybody want to talk about them. But I believe I will come over it. I will come over it. And everything is going to be okay. You know? Everything is going to be okay. Otherwise, I have nothing much to say, guys. I thank you very much for watching this channel. I really appreciate. If it is your first time watching me, my name is Judith Orero, and you are watching Nyopel's Globe. And I hope you have enjoyed, you have learned, you have heard what I said about the challenges in Europe, UK. Take it and make use of it. You don't want to waste your time coming here, waste your time, while you could have done something better back in Africa. Yeah? Kindly remember to subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share, like, and let's meet again in another video. Bye. Bye-bye.